Good evening. I'd like to call the City of Menasha Administration Committee meeting to order. Clerk, could we have the roll call, please?
Alderman Sevenik?
Here.
Alderman Langdon?
Here.
Alderman Kruger?
Here.
Alderman Tom Grady?
Here.
Alderman Ted Grady?
Here.
Alderman Rapella?
Here.
Alderman Nichols?
Here.
Alderman Taylor?
Thank you. We have minutes to approve from the Administration Committee meeting of May 6, 2019. Is there a motion? Alderman Taylor.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Hang on. I can't click you on. There we go. Oh, no, now you're off.
Push your button again, James. Can't work at us. Try somebody else. There we go. I'll make a motion to approve administration committee meetings from 5/6/19.
We have a motion from Alderman Taylor and a second from Alderman Ted Grady to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Minutes are approved. We have 3 action items this evening, or discussion. The first is an update on Margaritaville Lounge LLC doing business as Hammerheads at 6 Taco Street. As you recall, a while back, the Administration Committee extended the license for this establishment and asked them to be open by May 1st. And so Jennifer is here this evening with her, I want to say, managing partner for the Margaritaville Lounge. And they are both here to provide an update on what has been happening when the building is open and for how often thus far.
So far we've been opening every day. We open at 5:30 p.m. And then we'll try to stay open at least for a couple of hours. And we don't have any business within those times. So we're looking to, once we change it over to Caliente, which is what would that happen? July 1st, okay. So then we can start promoting the place and stuff, and then we're gonna do open like daily hours. It'll be what, like 3 or 5?
Yeah, like we're looking to. Can you step up to the microphone?
Once the license and the name switches over, we're looking to be open more. We're going to change the concept more into a cantina or bar where we could be open 5 to 10 on the weekdays, and then weekends would be open from 9 till close. So just to kind of get a hang, it's a very different. I'm from Appleton, so it's a very different downtown here. So it's just getting used to that, getting used to the clientele, to the hours. So, yeah, we're just kind of like putting our feelers out there.
So did you say that you're open every day?
Yes,
right
5:30.
now, beginning at 5:30?
Yes.
And then closing time is somewhat questionable based on what kind of business you have for that evening?
I think right now people are they don't know what's going on because it's like Hammerheads or what is this, and then they walk in and it's a different concept. But we try to stay open. I usually am there till like 8. Sometimes Thursdays it'll be later, 10 or 11.
Okay. Does anyone else here
Oh yes, Friday and Saturday.
have any questions? So what we requested was that they be open by May 1st and hold some sort of hours between then their renewal. The renewal, I believe, is July 1st, and which they've already applied for. So what is the plan from now until June 30th?
Just to stay open with those same hours. So, sorry. Just to stay open with those same hours, so daily 5:30, and then see how it goes until 8-ish at least, to try to get a couple of people in there. And then once we have the new liquor license, hopefully then we can have our set hours and maybe close Monday and Tuesday if we see that those are the slowest days instead of having to be there. So yeah, that's our plan. But I just wanted to mention, and it's too bad that the chief of police left. I don't know if it was like mandatory or what it was, but since we've opened, I've seen the police there at least like 10 different times. And I just don't know if that's something that happens everywhere downtown Menasha, but it's not like, you know, if they come in, like I've been sitting at a bar top in downtown Appleton or even Neenah, and if a police officer comes in, they usually at least greet the bartender and, hi, you know, I'm just doing a check, how's everything going? You know, they just come in, no eye contact, nothing, go into the bathrooms, come out to the dance floor and leave. You know, and so people are kind of just like, hey, what's going on here, you know? So it's kind of throwing me, I mean, I've been dealing with this for probably 6 years now, so, but now she's starting off fresh, you know, and she was just like, is this normal? And honestly, it's not. So I just wanted to ask the chief, but he's not here.
I would encourage you to reach out to him over
Absolutely.
the phone and just touch base. You know, it hasn't been open for a long time.
Right.
So I would just touch base and introduce Serena
Yep.
to them and just, you know, take care of it.
Yep.
That
I
way.
plan on doing so. Thank
Great.
you.
And as for if your license were renewed on July 1st and the ordinance requires you to be open at least 150 days per year, what is your plan for that?
I think, well, definitely Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then probably close Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
So we're still tentative on the maybe Tuesday or Sunday, but we'd like to be closed for at least 2 days out of
Okay.
the week.
So our purpose here this evening is to decide whether or not we feel as the committee that they have met the, what we requested of them. And I guess if so, then maybe no action is required at this time. Would that be correct, Attorney Captain? Great. And if we feel the opposite, that no more needs to be done, then we need to be clear about that as well. Alderman Grotti.
Thank you, Chair. I guess my question to the ladies, currently right now, the tours that you're open, it's just beverages. There's no food or appetizers or
Correct.
what's the future plans on any type of food services or for people so they know?
We were planning on kind of like a hot dog stand, you had said, maybe like that, just to offer it even on the road or getting something. But I know that it'll be a whole issue with the special permit for that as well. That or right now we have, or we had, I would have to renew it, a special license with the health department so we could do like pizzas and stuff like that. So maybe doing for like happy hour, if we open from like 3 to 6, we could do like, I don't know, wings and certain things that you wouldn't need a hood for,
Right,
because
okay.
that would just be too expensive. But yeah, that's definitely something that we would.
Okay, that's
That we would
just
do.
good to know and good for the public to hear that, so thank
Yep.
you.
Alderman Taylor.
Thank you. You said you were from Appleton, so just make sure you're checking IDs. And our police department does do an occasional check with a citizen coming in and make sure you're checking. So please check, check, check. I was in the business for years, and it's a person that you don't think, or the person that you think that's old enough isn't. So just check everybody while you're starting to open and get a feel for your customers.
We are doing, we're keeping a bouncer at the door just to make sure, you know, that, because it gets busy at times, and as I bartend there as well, my daughters bartend too, so it's kind of a family business, and just to be on the safe side and just to be sure, we have someone at the door that's checking the IDs, so we don't have to worry about that and just keep the drinks coming.
Yeah, it's just like Walgreens, they check
Yeah.
everybody.
Yep.
You know, I even get checked there. So.
Alderman Langdon. Just got disconnected.
There you go.
Oh, I'm on.
I pushed reconnect and it worked.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chair. I mentioned it before, a couple things that
You know, that, area over there, except for the end bar on the corner, has really come around. Pat Takeo Tap, I mentioned, boy, what he's done to that building, and you're outside of your building, that area is spruced up really nice. Chief Stika, very personable. You can call him direct. He would sit down with you. Another thing I wanted to mention, you know, we've had probably a bigger turnaround than most police communities around. We've had a lot of retirees in the past year to year and a half, and a lot of new faces. So, in fact, I forgot his name. They call him the gentle giant, the beard guy. Kelly, yeah, I was talking with him at Quick Trip. He's just 22, but he started young, graduated young. So, yeah, if they walk in, introduce yourself, because we've had a lot of turnaround and a lot of young, new officers. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm not hearing any concerns, so is it the consensus of the committee that they will maintain their license and reapply on July 1st? Great, thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Sorry you had to wait through this whole
Item number 2 is the acceptance of the bid of the Post Crescent Media as the official city newspaper for 2019 and 2020. Clerk Galeazzi, I believe, has to do this every year, and it is required by state statute that the city have an official city newspaper. And since the Post Crescent is the only one around, the Post Crescent is the only bid we get. So we'll look for a motion to recommend to the council acceptance of the bid of the Post Crescent. Alderman Rapella.
I'll make a motion to accept the bid of the Post Crescent Media as the official city newspaper for 2019 and 2020.
Is there a second? We have a motion by Alderman Rapella and a second by Alderman Kruger to accept the bid of the Post Crescent. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll take a roll call vote.
Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Thank you. And last but not least, everybody's favorite topic, fireworks. We have in our packet an agreement with Spielbauer Fireworks Company Incorporated for the fireworks programs on July 4th, 2019 and July 4th, 2020. What's before us is basically 3 proposals. The first one is the base bid of $18,000, and it tells you more about what's involved in that. Those are funds that we have budgeted in our 2019 budget. The second proposal allows for an additional display, which includes the festival foods contribution. And the third possible, the third proposal is in addition to the base program for each year. With that, I'll turn it over to the mayor because this is his item, and the letter is addressed for him, and he can tell us more about what's in there.
So what's in the proposal, we typically do a 2 to 3 year proposal because we get the price locked in then for both years or all 3 years rather than an increase each year. The $18,000 is what the city contributes to the fireworks. The $11,000 add is basically the festival foods contribution of $9,000 plus other donations that we typically get on an annual basis. The third possible is something that Patrick put in that is not in our budget this year that would put us, to the next step up over what we had last year, plus helps accommodate some of the inflationary increases in some of the shells. So I would recommend that you approve items 1 and 2. The third proposal, we can always add to it at any time if we wish to add additional funds, if we get additional donations. But I don't want to lock us into 2020, and we do not have that money in our budget for 2019 at this point.
And so your recommendation is to approve the 2-year contract with option 1 base program and include option 2.
Yes.
Thank you.
If there's any questions, I can try to answer them.
Great, I'll look for a motion to forward this to the council, and then we'll open the floor for a discussion. Alderman Rapella.
Make a motion to forward the agreement with Spielbauer Fireworks Company Incorporated for the fireworks programs on July 4th, 2019 and July 4th, 2020. Options 1 and 2.
We have a motion by Alderman Rapella and a second by Alderman Tom Grady to forward this agreement to the council. Any discussion?
So you get additional contributions that would do the third one. That's the understanding. Okay. You don't need that as an amendment, correct?
Seeing no discussion, we'll take a roll call vote.
Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Not all at once. Motion to adjourn by Alderman Taylor, seconded by Alderman Kruger. All in favor? We are adjourned.